This is an introduction to viewing data on the Footprint Portal 2.0. To identify a device, we first go through our customer list and then site list to focus in on a site. So in this case, I'll go into the drop-down list, select a customer, and when I do that, the list updates to show all of the devices and all of the sites within that customer. I can refine that list by going into the drop-down site for the lists and selecting for the sites and selecting the site I'm after. And that then updates the list and the map, and the list shows all of the devices within that particular site. If we look at the list view, on the top left hand side of each device we see the site name. In the center we see the device description, and if we click on the device description it updates the map to show that particular device. On the right hand side we see the category and type of device, so this is a water meter in the utility category. Along the bottom then we have view similar meters, opens up the trend data for all of the meters, similar meters, water meters within this site, and if this particular device has been allocated as a main meter, we can view sub-meters under that main meter. In this case, as there's no sub-meters allocated to this main meter, the view sub-meters is grayed out. And of course we can go in and edit the details around this individual device. We have the option to expand individual list items or expand all of the items on the list, and where you have color coded lists. So green indicates there is data, current data within that device, and red there is no current data within the device. And as you can see, we have a number of green and red devices within this site. If we want to see the data for a particular device, we click the top right hand side and we open a device view trend. So the trend, device view trend, shows the last month's data. In this case we can see the range here from the 6th of January 2021 to the 5th of February 2021. This icon here allows us to select alternative dates for all of the data held for this device. With the graph we see the graph showing raw data in kiloliters every 5 minutes, and on the same graph daily totals in kiloliters. We can use this mechanism here to zone in on particular days and times to get more granular data, and we can also toggle on and off the graphs for ease of visibility. On the right hand side, the 3 bars, we have the ability to add this graph to a dashboard. We can view it in full screen, or we can download it as an image, a PDF, or a CSV file. With the device trend we also see historic data, so it looks at the monthly totals in kiloliters and compares for the last 3 years. And in this case we have 3 years data with this device. We can also look at device analysis view, which looks at averages on the days per week for the range we're looking at, through from the 6th of January to the 5th of February. And also we look at the average daily totals for the 24 hours of a day, and we hover over and we see what those figures are. If we go to view similar meters, it opens up all of the meters with data within the site. So we see in this case there's six individual meters with data, and it opens up that file for all 6. And again we can zoom in, we can change the dates, and we can upload to a full screen and download in various formats. If we look at, as I navigate through here, if we look at the trend view data for particular numbers of meters, I'll go back to the overview. We will go back and we shall select our individual site. Now, if we want to look at a device analysis view, we can look at any number of sites. So if we look at if we select the water, we will open up the water data for all of the water sites within this site. The data is shown in pie format for all of the main meters in the last 7 days, and you can see each of those 3 main meters that are allocated as main meters with data. Likewise, we have the last 30 and 7 days totals for those 3 main meters, and we have total usage of the last 30 days for those main meters in the pie format. We also look at the after hours use, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and this is configurable for each of the devices, and we can see only one of the devices has a flow over those last 7 days. And we also look at all of the sub meters within this site, and these are meters not allocated as main meters, and we show 7 days and 30-day totals. And as you can see, 3 of those sub meters have data, and quite a few have no data. And of course, those devices with no data are the ones shown as red on the list. That is the end of the presentation.